The question for the day, what is a real street N-word? What's a real N-word? I know it to be no such thing. There's no such thing. That's what I know. Maybe y'all know something different. What qualify you to be a real street N-word? What qualify you to be a real N-word? Do you get a certificate? Do it expire? Who stamped you? Are they accredited? Where's the code book? Where's the... do you have to live in X amount of hoods? If you lived in all of these hoods over here in this one city, let's just say you live in Atlanta. You lived in Central Drive. You lived over there off of Donna Lee Howell. You know, A.K. Bankhead. Southside. So you lived in all of the hoods here. But what about in L.A.? What about in New York? Are they rules the same? Have you survived their jungles? What about across seas? Like, the conversation have to be had, so let's keep it going, guys. What qualify these dudes to be a real street ninja or a real ninja? It's no such thing. What you're gonna come to find out is it's the ego, the alter ego. And anything anyone says to try to justify what a real street N-word is or what a real ninja is, once you ask that question, what you're going to find out, whatever comes after that, is going to be an ignorant answer. Not dumb, stupid, or crazy, but ignorant. Ignorant. There you have it. Hey, man. I've been talking about this for years, and I've been asking questions, and still haven't gotten anywhere. I don't know if it's because people don't want to help me. I mean, people don't understand, but when it comes to this whole street ninja, I'm a real ninja. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I've been working so hard to just keep from saying the N-word, you know, especially at my age, you know what I mean? But it don't hurt to try neither. But for years, man, I want to say over a decade, I've been asking the same question, like, what is a real street ninja? What is a real ninja? I hear people say, yeah, man, I'm a real street ninja. You know what I mean? I'm a real street ninja. You a real street ninja. You know, that's a real ninja. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wait a minute, man. What qualifies a person to be a real street ninja or a real ninja? Like, what qualifies a person? Because, see, I've been trying to figure this out, man, and basically it's like it's the biggest trap that I've yet to know. The biggest scam, the biggest setup, the biggest foolish trap. Let me say that. The biggest foolish trap I've ever come to know. One of the biggest scams, especially in the black community, that I ever come to know. A real ninja, a real street ninja. Yeah, I'm a real street ninja. I'm a real ninja. Some people say if you know, you know. Some people leave me out here in the cold to just figure it out. Like I've been doing. As I've been doing. But I'm bringing the question back to the internet. What makes a dude, or what makes a person qualified to be a real street ninja? Or a real ninja? Real ninja, real street ninja. And see, I know it to be a vicious cycle, a lost cause. I'm gonna be out here all evening and until nighttime figuring this out. I'm gonna spend the rest of my evening asking a question, trying to figure it out. Because see, here's the thing. To say you're a real street ninja or you're a real ninja, you know what that means, right? You know what that means, right? Somebody gonna have to test you. Somebody gonna have to test you. See the scam in it? You see the buffoonery? You see the foolishness? Somebody gonna have to test you. How do you test a real street ninja? are a real ninja? How do you test them? Huh? If you got shot more than 5 times, do that make you a real street ninja? Do that make you a real ninja? Go to prison, 20 plus years, 10 plus years, however many plus years. Do that qualify you to be a real ninja? A real street ninja? What if you join the gang? Shit, what if you smoke Black and Milds and cigarettes and you cuss all day? Cuss around your friends, throw a cuss word in every sentence. Do that make you a real street ninja right now? I'm just asking. What if you rap? What if you rap? What if your girl got a girlfriend? What if you degrade women? Right? What if you lie, steal, and cheat? Do that make you qualify to be a real ninja? Real street ninja? What's a real ninja? What's a real ninja? What's a real street ninja? One thing I will say, boy, as black folks, boy, we sure make things look cool, boy. We make things look very, very cool, and then we very influential. Very influential. Especially being right here in the most powerful nation in the world. We got so much influence on the whole entire world, just us as a small group of blacks here in North America. United States to be exact. We make up roughly 50 million, and we are some of the most influential black people on this planet. Right here in North America, the United States to be exact. Roughly 50 million of us. Trendsetters. And we seem to make things look cool, and people gravitate towards it, and they want to follow and be a part of it. So, again, I just want to know, what's a real ninja? Because you got people in Africa saying it now. You got people in their villages saying it now. You got Asians following it. They out there rapping and what's a real street ninja? What's a real ninja? We'll figure it out. We got all evening, guys. We got all evening. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm up here at the plantation, man. Again, man, what better place to be, man? I mean, let me say this real quick, man. I'm gonna detour a little bit, man. Being at the plantation just mean I'm being accounted for, man. I'm being accounted for, man. You know where I'm at. This is where I'm supposed to be. I'm where I'm supposed to be, man. It feel good for a change. All right? I'm where I'm supposed to be. You know where to find me. I ain't running from nobody. 100% legit. All right, now back to it. What qualifies? Look, let me say this, man. If you ever meet a dude and he say he a real ninja or a real street ninja, I'm willing to bet my life savings. I'm willing to put this on my loved ones. That if you ask he or she what qualify you to be a real street ninja or a real ninja, just point blank period. What qualifies you? I'm willing to bet my life savings. I put this on my loved ones. What's gonna come behind that question right there is something very ignorant. Something you're gonna hear something very ignorant. Now notice, I chose my words carefully. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say dumb. I didn't say stupid. I didn't say crazy. You're gonna hear something very ignorant. Define what ignorant mean. What qualify you to be a real street ninja? What qualify you to be a real ninja? What you gonna hear behind that? Mark my words, something very ignorant. Remember, define ignorant. Now, this is what I will say. If you are a person who come from the trenches, the projects, the ghetto, the hood, and you pass the age of 35, you got an obligation, man, to use your platform, to use your followers, to use doggone your intelligence, to say, hey, listen, man, I've seen it, I lived it, this ain't it. This ain't nothing to glorify. This ain't nothing to make cool. Go the other way. This is how you go the other way. These are some things you should look into. but not glorify and hold it up. You know what I'm saying? Not that right there. Like I say, now a lot of youngsters, they not making it to see our age, and then the ones who do make it, they just flat out lack male mentorship, and somebody got to give them the game. Now, peep game. For most of you little cats out there, not even little cat, but just most of you cats out there, man, we like to glorify the streets. I'm a real ninja. I'm a real street ninja. Yeah, all my life. Da 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 da. Rah 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 rah. Rah 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 rah. Have y'all ever even stopped to notice every dude definition on what a real dude is, or not a real dude, a real ninja or a real street ninja? Y'all ain't noticed it's different? Y'all never even stopped to look at that? What makes you a real ninja? This is what makes me a real ninja. Hey, what makes you a real ninja? This is what makes me a real ninja. So what's a real ninja? And what you'll find out is most of these guys' definitions are different. They're different. And so, let me guess. You went through this person didn't. So do that disqualify them? They went through this, you didn't go through this. Do that disqualify you? Man, come on, man. Like, how long we gonna play this, man? This need to go viral, man. Meaning, more people need to talk about it, man. It needs to go viral for that reason alone, not for no YouTube check, not for no notoriety and no popularity, man. It needs to be talked about because it's heavy in our community, and this is one of the biggest foolish traps, vicious cycles that's plaguing the community, man. That right there alone. You know what I'm saying? Because you really got young boys growing up dying to be real ninjas. Real street ninjas. You know? And so when it comes to the influence, we got an obligation. We as older dudes, meaning over the age of 35, really over the age of 30, have an obligation to give back and the doggone bring this to a halt. We the ones made it cool, the young black boys in the community, right? The ones who grew up in the ghetto, the ones who grew up in housing development. You are a object to somebody project. We've been experimented on. How can you know better and then just take that with you to the grave, you know what I'm saying, without giving back? How? If you really lived that life or been through something. Like, come on, man. No, man, we got an obligation. But what qualifies you? I'm still on it, man. What qualifies you? What makes a street ninja a street ninja? What's a real ninja? Hey, man, so if you've been trapping your whole life, do that make you a real ninja? If you doggone bring down the property value in the black community, do that make you a real ninja? Robbing and stealing from doggone hard-working doggone black folks who just trying to make a doggone living for their family, just trying to maintain legitimacy, do that make you a real ninja? When you vandalizing the doggone property in the black community and bringing down the value, do that make you a real ninja? When you taking advantage of somebody's doggone sister, daughter, niece, cousin, do that make you a real ninja? Something to think about though, right? It's what we do to ourselves a lot of time. Sure, I gotta tell you, man, being a real ninja, being a real street ninja, no such thing. No such thing. If you try to justify it and say, you know what, being a real ninja is taking care of your home, maintaining your relationship with your wife, your significant other, the one who put her life on the line to usher in your children and your legacy. You try to justify it by saying that ain't no real ninja. That ain't no real street ninja. I think you're talking about a doggone legitimate, honest man. A real man. It's a difference. So, I mean, I know I put a little humor with it, man, and just trying to make sense of it all. But like I say, these conversations have to be had, man. I mean, it's a scam. I mean, buffoonery. Coonery. It's what we do to ourselves, man. And like I say, you know, you have an obligation. to give back. So yeah, the math ain't mathing, man. For real. It ain't mathing. And they say, man, hating on your homeboy, hating on your family member, do that make you a real ninja? I'm back, man. Do that make you a real ninja? You know what I mean? Doggone, pulling a brother down, do that make you a real ninja? Being loud and wanting attention and being ratchet, and do that make you a real ninja right there? Being gully, being ghetto, that make you a real ninja right there? But then we got a lot of real ninjas out here. And how many real ninjas can they be at one time? That's a legitimate question. How many real ninjas out here? So black folks in the United States make up roughly 50 million. How many real ninjas out of the 50 million? And and do you get like a certificate for being a real ninja? Who gives out the real ninja certificates? Who qualify you? Like, when is the honor ceremony for the real ninjas? Do real ninjas die? Do they go to the real ninjas graveyard, cemetery? Do real ninjas, are they all in prison, jail? These are legitimate questions. Think about it. Do real ninjas eat turkey sandwiches? Do they not eat pork? I mean, think about it. This some legit stuff. What qualifies a man to be a real street ninja or a real ninja? Either or. Because neither one of them makes sense. Y'all gotta help me out, man. For real. You know how ninja get. When you see another ninja outfit, don't want nobody to have what he ain't got. Somebody get drunk, get mad, get shot. That's why the property value ain't no good in the ninja neighborhood. Ninjas can't overcome if they only understood. I'm sick of lying. I'm sick of glorifying dying. I'm sick of not trying. I'm sick of being a ninja. They say destiny felt led me to this dread. Something like that. And right here, look what it said. A black man downfall, knowing that we were never ninjas at all. He look into my eyes and say, brother, don't you know? You complaining about being black when they mad because they can't be black no more. Man, look, man, come on, man. Quit playing. Yeah, man, I was just quoting Goody Mob, man. That was back in, 1998. That was back in 1998. You see what I'm saying? That's about 30 years ago, almost 28 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I want to say this last but not least. There's no such thing as a real street ninja. There's no such thing as no real ninja. What you will find out is every dude definition is different. Every dude definition is different on what qualified them to be a real street ninja. If you find somebody who co-sign you and stamp you and say you're a real street ninja, it's only a matter of time you're gonna find out they was never a real street ninja, because it don't exist and it's not a real thing. It's just something to keep us in that vicious cycle, to take away from one another and to tear down. No such thing. And like I say, I bet my life savings on it. When you ask that question, what qualifies you as a real ninja or a real street ninja, you're gonna hear something ignorant. If you don't hear something ignorant, trust and believe the ego is going to come out. And once that ego come out, that is not the real person. Alter ego is something else. That's something of another spirit world, and that's not the real person. Ego, if you surrender the ego, you will come to find out that the world, doggone, will submit to you once you surrender the ego. So, like I say, when asked the question, what qualifies a man to be a real street ninja, or what's a real ninja? The person that represents that and say, I'm a real street ninja or I'm a real ninja, their ego gonna come out. Their ego is going to come out. Because guess what? Now you got to do something silly or do something stupid to prove yourself, man. Don't fall in that trap.